Hey guys, I'm William Scott and this is The Scoop. University Programs Council hosted their Spring Fling event today. The event took place on the green space from 10 to 2. There were carnival games, rides, a rock wall, and free food. This event was a great way to spread spring fever to everyone who attended. If you missed today's activities, UPC is hosting 2 other free events this week, beginning with a DIY bath bomb workshop tomorrow. This workshop will be held in the Student Center Room 2222 at 5:30 in the evening. There are only 30 spots available, so make sure to RSVP on AU Involved before all the spots fill up. University Programs Council is also hosting an open mic night next week. The date for this open mic night has been recently changed to Tuesday, April 25th. This event will take place in the Student Center Starbucks from 7 to 9. To reserve your spot to sing, show up at 6:30. The biannual event On the Tracks is having their spring event this Friday, April 21st. This event in historic downtown Opelika draws its members to enjoy all that the city has to offer. Food vendors will be lining the streets and performers will be playing live music. A tasting trail will take participants through the shops and the galleries throughout the square. Tickets are on sale now and you can purchase them at thetracks.org. The Music and Miracles Superfest is this weekend. This will be the second concert in the Jordan-Hare Stadium and will take place on Saturday, April 22nd. Performers will include Blake Shelton, Thomas Rhett, Kelsey Ballerini, and with a special appearance by Leonard Skinnard and David Ray. Tickets are on sale now and you can purchase them online at musicandmiracles.com. The AU Challenge team is opening up their high ropes course to the public this Saturday. Starting at 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, climbers will have the opportunity to use the zip line, the giant swing, and test their balance on a variety of obstacles. Space is limited, so register early in order to guarantee your spot. You can register in the Office of Professional and Continuing Education's homepage. Disney Parks has announced that they're collaborating with Lucasfilm to create Star Wars-themed lands at their Anaheim and Orlando resorts. Disney recently showed off artwork of the lands during a panel discussion at its Star Wars celebration in Orlando on Saturday. They also said the new location would be somewhere on the outer rim, lying on the edge of unknown regions. Disney assured everyone that there will be plenty of interactive options, including opportunities to help out the Resistance, support the First Order, and even pilot the Millennium Falcon. Star Wars Land is scheduled to open at Disney in California and Disney's Hollywood Studios in Florida in 2019. That's all I have for this week's entertainment news. Up next, we'll hear from the Weekly Sweep panel. You're watching Eagle Eye TV on Channel 6.
In our own little way, each of us craves connection. It's not always easy to pinpoint, but you can feel it. What we need is somewhere to unwind and explore, somewhere where expressing our personalities is a delicious journey. Imagine a place that treats your taste buds to new possibilities, a fresh retreat from normal, where you don't order food, you inspire flavor. A place where the toppings you choose can express your character. And the only thing more important than quality ingredients is someone to share them with. Pizza doesn't just bring out our favorite flavors, it brings out our favorite personalities. And with over 78 billion possible pizza combinations at Pieology, we invite you to express your own. Just bring your imagination, we'll take care of the rest.
Welcome to the Weekly Sweep. This week on panel, we're back with Jayla, William, Kennedy, and I am Charles Lee. So we're going to jump right into topics with Jayla.
Harry Styles. I mean, that's me. That's my life right now. It is nothing but Harry Styles. He just went on SNL. Beautiful. Did we talk about SNL? I don't know if we talked about that last week because I wasn't here, sadly. I did not. But, like, he played Mick Jagger, which is, like, everyone knew. Like, he kind of looks like Mick Jagger. Totally did that in the Family Feud. He was, like, another character in another skit. Like, he just kept popping up. But, like, his singing, though, it was, like, a really passionate performance. And, like, everyone knew Sign of the Times, but, like, no one knew the second single yet. And he performed Ever Since New York. And it was incredible. It's shorter than Sign of the Times because sometimes like 5 minutes long. But like it was so passionate and so intense. And you can tell like, you know, live singing is way different. It's not as clean. Right. And I think I like him like rougher, like, you know, trying to hit those notes, but, you know, kind of messes up. It humanizes him, one. And it just shows how passionate he is. And, like, it's so great. But the new thing that came out was his Rolling Stones cover. Oh my God. Harry is so attractive, and he like just got really open and real with them, and it was a very like detailed article about him and his life and like how his vibe is right now, and like especially writing the music and like his new band he formed together, you know, to like produce his music. And he's really like wants to tell his stories, because he said in the past he couldn't tell his stories, and like his vote and like his decision was like a more democracy, and since it's just him, he can do a direct like, this is what I want. And what I really enjoy is that I don't enjoy it much, but like he did mention the whole Taylor Swift thing. He was like,
that's what I was gonna ask about.
Yeah, he was like, it was supposed to be a normal date. They met in an award show, and the thing was that paparazzi came and kind of blew it up. A walk in the park became every single page of news, internet, everywhere. And like he was like, relationships are hard at any age, because he was really young at the time, and having that picture out when he was just trying to have a casual date, like he didn't like that. And he even talked about, you know, how fame, he wants to be mysterious, kind of like Prince. Like, you know, you never know what Prince ate for breakfast or anything like that. He wants his like work life and personal life separate, but like he loves that in between. And he was just really open and honest, and it's a really great article, and I think he's going to be super successful. He might be the first, in my opinion, One Direction got to be nominated for a Grammy.
Ooh, that's saying something.
I really think so. Like, his writing is incredible.
So he's better than Zayn?
Yes, in a way. If you're going Grammy politics, I think he's better than Zayn. If you're going my personal opinion of like vocal ranges, Zayn's a little bit better, but I prefer Harry, depending on the song.
So we're going to hold you to this, and about a year from now, we'll revisit this episode.
They're like, was Harry nominated for a Grammy? I said it first.
There you go, right here on the scoop.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going for a bit of a throwback now with Kennedy's topic. I'm so excited to hear about this.
Okay, you guys, so my favorite actress, Gina Rodriguez, she recently announced that she's going to be part of Carmen Sandiego. So if you guys don't know what that is, that used to be a really big show back in the 80s and 90s, and it's a cartoon. And so they kind of first started off with doing educational series with Carmen Sandiego. She is a famous villain and a thief. So Gina Rodriguez, sweet Jane the Virgin, Gina Rodriguez will be playing a thief in Carmen Sandiego. So I'm really excited about that, because not only, I feel like I love cartoons, so I'm excited Netflix is repeating this show, and they're going to have just like this leading female who's going to be in the show, and she's kind of bad. Usually females like play the good girl, like the damsel in distress. So Carmen's a thief who travels around the world, and she's just sly and sneaky, and no one can ever catch her. So I think that's exciting. But also Gina Rodriguez, she's so sweet. Like, she's such a humble human being. Like, if you follow her on Instagram, you'll see that she's just always not just focusing on herself, but just focusing on other actresses and musicians, and like putting them in the spotlight and saying, like, she actually does like a spotlight of like the actresses and stuff, and I just
she shouted out my friend that one time too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
So she's just such a great human being, and I'm so excited for her because she's not just sticking with Jane the Virgin, but also doing this other show. And yeah, it's coming out in 2019, so we have a little bit of time. It's going to be a while, but I'm excited because I feel like she has a great voice to voice characters, and so yeah.
I'm excited for all these Netflix reboots. Oh my god!
What else are they rebooting? Side note.
I don't know. I just think of like they recently did Lemony Snicket, which I thought was really cool. But the Carmen Sandiego thing, I grew up playing. This is so lame. I grew up playing Carmen Sandiego computer games, like back when you had the discs that you put into the computer, and it was all educational. And then there was the theme song, and I'm not going to sing it, even though I know all the words still. So this is like throwback, even though I was not bored in the 80s at all. But you know, I'm cool.
I've personally never heard of Carmen Sandiego, maybe because I'm like 98, so I'm pretty young. But I still think it's exciting, so I'm definitely going to check that out.
She's a boss.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Will.
Okay, so we have so Serena Williams is pregnant, maybe? That's kind of the big thing. Okay, so she is definitely, but we don't have it in writing. So what happened is she dropped this Snapchat on her story that had she's kind of cradling her stomach. So it's 20 weeks is the caption. So connect the dots. She's pregnant, but she deleted the Snapchat and then hasn't sent out any further confirmation. So we're technically in the speculation phase, but I mean it's official. Anyways, but that's also a huge deal. Because that means she won the Australian Open while she was pregnant. That's
I didn't even think about
something
that.
to be proud of. Yeah. So I mean, Mad respect. The Williams twins are they're both great.
I just thought about it, like, I was talking to my friends, I was like, she's gonna have to take, like, a year or two off from tennis.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, like, 9 months pregnancy, and then, like,
you gotta
retrain, basically. Will she come back?
Exactly. I was going to say, do you think she'll come back?
You know, because she is getting older. You've won so many titles. Like, congratulations on your baby.
She'll probably, like, live off of what she's made at this point, honestly.
Her child will never have to touch. And then her husband, fiance, is, like, the Reddit guy. So.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The co-founder of Reddit.
Co-founder of Reddit. They're making bank. Like,
yeah, they're
Shoot, Serena, just say it.
Adopt me if you want to. It's okay.
Oh, man. All right, well, that was news to me. Craziness. Okay, we're going to venture back to SNL for just a moment with my topic. Jay Pharoah, if you remember him from SNL, you may not have seen him on any of the latest episodes, and oftentimes SNL will switch out their actors, and the ones that are still considered new, you won't see them in some of their most recent skits or a lot of their big episodes, which seems normal, but they're still in the credits scene, so you're like, oh, okay, they're still actors on the show. But apparently, Jay Pharoah was fired from SNL, which I didn't know. And then he said in an interview the reason for it was that he basically, I think, decided to finally speak up about the fact that they weren't giving him enough roles. He said that a lot of times SNL producers put you inside of a box, and because he was black, that's what they did to him. So they basically said, we only want you to do black male celebrity impressions, or, and I thought this was really strange, they said, you can play characters in a dress. And he said a lot of times that it's funny. People
like
find it funny to see
Tyler Perry, like Martin Lawrence, grandma type stuff.
I didn't realize that, but he said in an interview that black males are often asked to play comedic roles in dresses. And he was like, I'm not going to follow in this line of this. He said, I can do more. And he said his castmates even told him that. His castmates were like, look, you can do so much more than what they're giving you. And we don't appreciate, you know, how they're treating you. And so the fact that he was fired is one thing, but it's another thing that he's coming out and he's saying, look, I understand, and I'm better off for it. So he has kind of a good attitude about the whole thing, considering how they treated him. But I've heard that this isn't the first of SNL's treatment toward a lot of people.
I just know, like, SNL is such a good, like, especially for comedians, it's a nice push.
Right.
First time out there, and, like, anyone's lucky to get a spot on SNL. Yeah. But, I mean, there comes a point in time in everybody's career you have to make a decision to, like, end a relationship, and I guess, you know, it's for the better. Yeah. And he's in a new show, right?
Yeah, he's starring in a new show on Showtime. I can't remember the title, but he's got his own show and he's the star in it. So I think he's moved on. He's perfectly fine at this point. But what also was interesting is that he said in the same interview that back in 2014, he suggested that they needed more black females, and the producers at SNL didn't really want to listen to him until fans finally jumped on board and said, yeah, there's not enough representation here.
Because they made Kerry Washington do that skit where she played every single black woman in the skit, and, like, she got tired from changing between costumes, and it was like a joke at themselves. Yeah. But it was like a legit issue. So.
Yeah. And so they ended up hiring 3 people after that, and I think Leslie Jones was one of them. I can't remember.
Leslie Jones, and says her name is complicated. But there's only 2 left. Like, there's only the 2 still on there currently.
Yeah. Every year I'm like, oh, SNL, like, it's
they just hired their first Mexican female artist too. So they're trying.
They need to try harder.
Yeah, they make so much fun of, like, Donald Trump. I was like, SNL, you're not politically correct as well, but you still make me laugh, and you had Harry on there last week, so.
So we're going to keep watching.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you want to join the conversation, be sure to tweet us using the hashtag #WeeklySweeps and follow us on Twitter @EagleEyeTV. Thanks for watching, and War Eagle.
War Eagle.